The Southern Ocean is a source of fear and inspiration to competitors in the Volvo Ocean Race who test themselves in the toughest conditions on Earth. The fleet is now completing the last leg of their round-the-world journey, and some of the boats arrived in Brazil last week, as VOA's Carolyn tells us.
Leg 5 of the Volvo Ocean Race began Sunday, March 18th, as the fleet left the sheltered waters of New Zealand and faced mountainous seas and howling winds as they raced to the Southern Ocean on their way to Brazil. Led by overall winner Telefonica, teams sailed on a reach at 18 knots. During Leg 5, which is over 6,000 nautical miles, the skippers faced punishing waves more than 12 meters high and winds of up to 60 knots, capable of breaking boats. There wasn't any fast sailing for the first week as the closely packed fleet squeezed between the ice exclusion zone and the high pressure. Grupama trailed just 4 nautical miles behind leader Telefonica. Puma was in 3rd place behind Camper, with Team Sanya in 5th. Abu Dhabi trailed more than 400 nautical miles from the fleet after returning to Oakland for repairs and then rejoining the race. By day 5, Sanya suffered a broken rudder while the pack raced downwind. The teams arrived in the Southern Ocean where the wind speed increased to 35 knots, and Camper led the race. Sanya was forced to head back to New Zealand for repairs.
The only thing that's important is the safety of everyone. Right now we've got a hole in the back of the boat, and the only thing that's stopping it sinking is the fact that you've got heel here and the watertight doors. The emergency steering system is exactly that. It's not a replacement race system, it's a get you home safely system, and it's doing a great job at doing that. So we had no option but to turn around and come back.
The rest of the fleet ran downwind, and the winds grew stronger as the fleet neared the western ice limit. The next 5 days in the Southern Ocean were extreme conditions. Crews were forced to sail in survival mode as they raced toward the notorious Cape Horn. Conditions deteriorated as wind speeds increased to 45 knots and waves washed over the boats. Grupama took the lead when Camper suffered bow damage after slamming off a 2-story wave. The helmsman remained tightly hooked to the wheel to avoid being washed away by waves breaking over the boat. Meanwhile, Abu Dhabi remained trapped in a high-pressure ridge for 2 days. By day 8, Camper diverted to Chile for repairs while pledging to resume the race.
Looks like fractured the C plate capping. There's the usual story, went up a big wave.
The first thing is to slow the boat down the aft side, around the longitudinal. We're sort of running out of options here, so we can't afford it to go any further, then it gets quite serious.
Those are hard words to say. It's never an option to leave.
Halfway from New Zealand to Brazil, in the middle of the Southern Ocean, 4 teams sailed on in survival mode as 2 boats suspended their racing for repairs. Carolyn, VOA News.